You know how English verb tenses can sometimes feel like this? Just huge, messy pile of confusing rules. Yeah, you're not crazy. A lot of people feel that way. But what if I told you there's actually a super simple, really logical system behind it all? Well, there is, and we're going to unlock it together.
Okay, so we all learn the basics in school, right? You've got your past, your present, and your future. Seems pretty straightforward. But get this. What if I told you that technically English has 16 tenses? No, I'm not kidding. 16.
Which, of course, leads to the big question. How is that even possible? I mean, who wants to memorize 16 different, super complicated rules? Nobody. And the good news is, you don't have to, because there aren't 16 separate rules. Okay, check this out. This is the secret sauce, right here. This is the whole trick. Those 16 tenses, they're not some long, scary list. It's just a simple grid. You just take 4 times, present, past, future, and that special one, future in the past, which is just for looking ahead from a past viewpoint, and you combine them with 4 aspects. And what are aspects? Just think of them as different camera lenses. Each one gives you a slightly different angle on the action. And that's it. Time times aspect equals your tense. It really is that simple. All right, so let's put this into practice. We're going to start with the present column on our grid and see how this actually works. Let's look at the 4 different ways we can talk about now. First step, simple present. This is your workhorse tense. It's what you use for facts, for habits, for things that are just generally permanently true. You know, like water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. It's a fact. It's always true. And here's the key thing to remember, and it's a super common mistake. We don't use simple present for things happening like right this second. That's not its job. Its job is for things that are always true or happen over and over again. It's all about that permanence and repetition. So, for something that's happening right now, well, for that, we have the present continuous. This is for all the temporary stuff, for actions that are in progress as we speak, like I am studying now. That action started, and it's gonna end. It's not a permanent state of being, right? So that's your rule of thumb. If the action is temporary, if it's happening at this moment, boom, you grab the present continuous. You see the difference? Simple present is for the permanent facts. Present continuous is for the temporary action. Okay, let's move on to one that can be a little tricky, the present perfect. The best way to think about this one is like a bridge. It connects something that happened in the past to right now, to the present. The action itself is over, but the result is what's important now. So if I say, I have finished my homework, what am I really saying? I'm saying I'm free now. The focus isn't on when I finished, it's on my current situation. Right, so it's all about that connection to the present. The key is that you use it when the exact time in the past doesn't matter, or when the period of time we're talking about isn't even finished yet. Like if you say, I've eaten a lot today. Well, today's not over. The past action is still connected to the present time. Okay, awesome. We've totally got the present handled. So now let's jump back in time and look at the past. You'll see how these same aspects, these camera lenses, help us tell stories about what happened with a lot more precision. The simple past. This is your classic storyteller tense. It's for any action that is completely done, finished, over. And it usually happened at a specific finished time. I watched a movie yesterday. Yesterday's over. The movie is over. It's a closed book. And that right there is the key feature. The action is finished and the time is finished. There is no bridge to the present like we saw with the present perfect. This is all firmly in the rearview mirror. And this brings us to probably the #1 point of confusion for so many people. Look at the side by side. Simple past, I saw the movie yesterday. It's just a fact, a report from the past. But present perfect, I have seen the movie. See the difference? Now it's about the present. It means, so we can talk about it now, or so please don't suggest we watch it. The focus is totally different. So what happens when you're telling a story and you have 2 things that happened in the past, but you need to show which one happened first? That, my friends, is the job of the past perfect. Think of it as the past of the past. In the example, she had left when we arrived. Both things are in the past, right? But her leaving happened before we got there. It's really that simple. When you've got 2 past actions, the past perfect flags the one that happened earlier. It's a fantastic tool for making your stories crystal clear. All right, I think you're really getting the hang of this system now. It's starting to click, right? So let's look to the future. And the cool part is, since you already get the whole aspects thing, this part is going to be a breeze. You'll see how they just slot right into the same pattern. First off, let's quickly clear up the two most common ways to talk about the future. Will versus going to. It's pretty simple. Use will for a decision you make on the spot, like, oh, I'll help you with that, or for a general prediction. But you use going to when you have a plan you already made, or when you can see evidence for something, like looking at dark clouds and saying it's going to rain. And get this, those aspects we've been talking about, continuous and perfect, they work the exact same way for the future. So the future continuous is for an action that will be in progress at a certain time. This time tomorrow, I will be flying. The future perfect, that's for an action that will be done by a certain time. I will have finished by 6 p.m. And future perfect continuous shows how long an action will have been going on up to a point in the future. See, the pattern just keeps on working. It's so consistent. So, we've basically cracked the code. We've broken the whole system down. But how do you actually use this stuff when you're talking? Well, this next bit is your practical guide, your personal cheat sheet to help you pick the right tense every single time. Look, it all boils down to this super simple three-step process. Step 1, just choose your time. Are we talking about the past, present, or future? Easy. Step 2, choose your aspect. What's the camera lens you need? Do you want to show a simple fact, an action that's in progress, or a completed result? And step 3, just combine them. Your time plus your aspect gives you the tense. That's it. That is the entire system right there. Once you get this simple grid, this idea of time plus aspect, you're not memorizing 16 rules anymore. You're just using one simple, elegant, powerful system. It honestly changes everything about how you see English grammar. So, that just leaves one question. Which tense are you going to use next?